Hello friends, bonjour les amis. Today we are going to learn how to introduce yourself in French in 10 sentences. 10 phrases pour se présenter en français. Okay, so when you want to get yourself introduced in a job interview, or you are getting introduced to a French speaking person for the first time, how will you introduce yourself? So this is super easy, and I'm going to tell you 10 sentences which you can use safely to introduce yourself. Okay, so these are very basic sentences which can help you to introduce yourself in French. So let's get started. Okay, so when you are introducing yourself, normally as you introduce yourself in English as well, you first greet each other, right? You first greet the person who you are introducing yourself. So you can address, if for example you want to say that good morning, or hello sir, or hello madam, so you will be saying bonjour monsieur or bonjour madame. Bonjour monsieur or bonjour madame. If you are introducing yourself to a large gathering, you want to say hello ladies and gentlemen, so you will be saying bonjour messieurs et mesdames. Okay, bonjour messieurs et mesdames. Okay, or for example, if you want to say hello everyone, okay, or hi everyone, or good morning everyone, so you will be saying bonjour à tous. Okay, bonjour à tous, or you can say bonjour tout le monde. Okay, easy, right? Okay, so now you will be telling the first thing, that is your name. Okay, so how will you say that in French? You say je m'appelle Sabyasachi. For example, my name is Sabyasachi, so I will say je m'appelle Sabyasachi. Okay, so you can fill in whatever your name is. Je m'appelle Rahul, je m'appelle Priyanka, je m'appelle Sonia, je m'appelle Manish, whatever, so on and so forth. Okay, so you will say je m'appelle Sabyasachi. Okay, so the next thing is you can talk about your age. How old are you? Okay, how will you say that? J'ai 40 ans. Okay, we say j'ai 40 ans. Okay, that means I am 40 years old. Okay, so depending upon your age, you can say whatever. For example, you are 26 years old, so you will be saying j'ai 26 ans. Okay, you will be saying j'ai 26 ans. So if you are 19-year-old, you will be saying j'ai 19 ans. Okay, so similarly, you can, whatever your age is, if you want, how do we say it in French, you can very much put it in the comment box. I will try to respond. Okay, so j'ai 40 ans, that means I am 40 years old. So moving on, if you want to say that I am so and so your nationality, I am Indian, or I am French, I am Spanish, I am German, or I am Japanese, how do you say that? Okay, so you will say je suis indien. Okay, you will say je suis indien. Okay, or if you are French, you will say je suis français. Je suis français. Je suis indien, je suis français, je suis japonais. That means I am Japanese. Okay, so if you are a girl or a lady who is Indian, you will say je suis indien. Okay, so you will be saying je suis indien. Okay, so all the men or boys, you will be saying je suis indien, and the ladies or girls will say je suis indien. Clear? So similarly, if you want to say I live in so and so city, okay, I live in Delhi, for example, so you will say j'habite à Delhi. I live in Paris, you will say j'habite à Paris. Okay, similarly, if you live in New York, you will say j'habite à New York. I'm repeating, j'habite à Delhi, j'habite à Paris. Paris means Paris. Paris in French we call it Paris. Okay, or if you want to say I live in New York, you will say j'habite à New York. Okay, so similarly, if you want to say, for example, that I speak so and so language, okay, for example, I speak English, Hindi and a little French. So how do you say that in French? We say je parle anglais, hindi et un peu français. Je parle anglais, hindi et un peu français. Okay, so whatever other regional languages you are speaking, what is your native tongue or whatever it is, you can say that. You can find out in the dictionary, or you can put it in the comment box. I will try to reply to your queries. So for example, if you speak Tamil, you want to say that I speak Tamil. Like for example, my native tongue is Odia, I speak Odia also. So I will say je parle hindi, Odia, anglais et un peu français. Okay, je parle hindi, Odia, anglais et un peu français. If you speak Tamil, you will be saying je parle anglais, Tamil et un peu français. So in French, Tamil we call as Tamul. Okay, Tamul. Okay, voila. Okay, so if you want to talk about your profession, what do you do in life? Okay, so for example, if you want to say that I am a student, okay, how will you say that in French? You will say je suis étudiant. Okay, you will be saying je suis étudiant. Okay, if suppose I want to say I am a French teacher, I will say je suis professeur français. Je suis professeur de français. Okay, je suis professeur de français. Okay, je suis étudiant, je suis professeur de français. Or if you want to say I am a homemaker or a housewife, then you will say je suis femme au foyer. Je suis femme au foyer. Okay, so if you want to know more about your profession, how do we say it in French, you can put it in the comment box, and again, as I said, I will reply to your query. So next, moving on, if you want to talk about your marital status, that means whether you are married or single or committed, whatever. So how do you say it in French? Okay, so If you are married, like I'm married, I will say je suis marié. Okay, je suis marié. Okay. Similarly, if you are single, okay, then you will say je suis célibataire. Okay, je suis célibataire. That means I am single. Okay, so that is about your marital status. Okay, further, if you want to talk about your likes and dislikes, your interests, you can also talk about that, like j'aime écouter de la musique. That means I love listening to music. J'aime écouter de la musique. Okay. Similarly, if you love playing football, or you love doing bicycling, so on and so forth, you can say, for example, I love playing football. You will say j'aime jouer au foot. Okay. I like riding bicycle. J'aime faire du vélo. Okay. You will say j'aime faire du vélo. Okay. So similarly, if you want to talk about your family, like for example, how many members do you have in your family, or do you have brothers and sisters, or what does your parents do, you can also talk about that. So if you want to say, I have 5 members in my family, for example. Okay, so you will say j'ai 5 membres dans ma famille. J'ai 5 membres de ma famille. Moi, mes parents, mon grand-père et ma grand-mère. Okay, that means me, my parents, my grandfather and my grandmother. Okay, so if you want to talk about the profession of your parents, you can talk about that. For example, you will say mon père est ingénieur. My father is engineer. Or if you want to say that my father is a doctor, so you will say mon père est médecin. Mon père est médecin. If you want to say my mother is a homemaker. Ma mère est femme à foyer. Okay. So these are the 10 sentences which you can use to introduce yourself in French. I'll just tell you in one shot how you can introduce yourself in French, okay, in a much professional and simple way. So you will first introduce yourself by saying bonjour monsieur, bonjour madame, je m'appelle Sabyasachi, j'ai 40 ans, je suis indien, j'habite à Delhi, je parle anglais, hindi et un peu français. Je suis marié, j'aime jouer au foot, j'ai 5 membres dans ma famille, moi, mes parents, mon grand-père et ma grand-mère. Mon père est ingénieur et ma mère est femme au foyer. Okay, so this is a very simple way to introduce yourself in French. So friends, thanks for watching this video. I hope you learned a little bit about how to introduce yourself in French in flat 10 sentences. So stay tuned, and please do not forget to like and subscribe the channel. See you in the next video. Au revoir et à bientôt.